What is going on, everybody? We are back with week 2 of the NFL slate, diving into our best bets for the game lines for each game happening on Sunday. This will inquire team totals, this will inquire over unders, spreads, money lines, diving into anything to do with the score, essentially. And let's tick it off. Bills Jets. I do like the Bills laying -6.5 here. I do think they cover. It's just every time they play the Jets. I mean, I've seen the Jets win some games. I've definitely seen these go down to field goal games. Bills just came off a massive week 1 when they came back from the beating the Ravens, taking on the Ravens. And the Jets, I mean, even themselves came with a massive week 1 against the Steelers. For that reason, both teams kind of, going all out week 1. Jets were trying to show Aaron Rodgers they didn't need him. Bills were, cementing themselves as the number 1, team in the NFL right now. I think, that's kind of what that game was. The Bills Ravens, winner of that, is probably the best team in the NFL. Bills came out on top. Depending on your opinions of that, I think that's kind of what that game was. But with that said, I'm really loving the under here. When these teams play, it's a defensive battle. It's a low scoring battle. Josh Allen doesn't throw the ball a ton against the Jets. I could certainly see this being a 17-10 game. I can certainly see this being a 21-10 game. I mean, I don't think the Jets continue what they did against the Steelers last week. The Bills' defense is definitely a level above that. Plus, I think both those games, they were not, Jets, Steelers, both those teams were not really, in a defensive mind. They wanted to prove that they were a formidable team. Their offenses showed out. I don't see that happening here. I think the Jets know they're going to lose. I think the Bills know they're going to win, and both teams play pretty lackluster on both sides of the ball. But it's generally a defensive battle between these two. I'm loving the under 47.5. I do want to swing over to the team props, just kind of see. Yeah, 20.5, 27. I don't hate the under 27.5 on the Bills side of things, but probably laying off that. Next game, we got the Cowboys Giants. This seems like an awfully awful line to really want to take in. I mean, being -4.5, that gets you out of that gap of a touchdown field goal difference. So like, say you score 2 touchdowns and they score a touchdown and a field goal, that's a 4-point difference. This gaps it. There's not many instances where a 5.5 and a 6.5 play. So, or where a 5.5 plays. So I think going to the 6.5 makes sense here. If you're already getting the 4.5, I'm just trying to think of when there's going to be a 5-point difference, rather than a 7. I guess the only thing is, like, what would it be for 3 field goals? You got 9 points plus 2 touchdowns, I guess. If there's 3 field goals against 2 touchdowns, that's 5 points there. So, I mean, if you think the Giants are 3 field goals and the Cowboys are 2 touchdowns, I mean, that's going to be the difference, however they get to that. I can't see the Giants, if they get 3 field goals, I can't see the Cowboys not getting 3 touchdowns, which really changes that format there. So I really think if you're I would lay the spread on this game, kind of the Cowboys' favor, and I would bump this up to -6.5. I don't love the over under. I could definitely see that being about there. It's definitely going to be carried by the Cowboys, but I do like the Cowboys to cover here. Do want to swing over to team props. Anytime it's under 20, I like to stay away. It's just, I mean, 3 touchdowns, a pick 6 really changes the format there. I mean, just weird things. And then I could definitely see the Cowboys. I mean, 20 getting 3 touchdowns and a field goal. I can certainly see that. So I am laying the Cowboys -6.5. So I'm taking the spread, bumping it up a little bit. We got Browns Ravens. Now this is an interesting one. 11.5-point spread. Ravens once again coming off a massive game against the Bills. It's just they were in a surefire, should have won, definitely, no instance where they probably don't win again. But the Ravens just love choking those games. They love passing those games away. And I think they come out here, they say, no, we're still good. We're the Ravens. Derrick Henry, with that fumble, I think we can probably expect him to be. He's probably heard it. He's probably seen the social media, knowing everything was kind of pointed towards him on that fumble. I could see him coming out here, 200-yard game, blowing it up, 2 touchdowns. I mean, just absolutely destroying. Browns, on the other hand, pathetic performance against the Bengals, and really they should have won. I mean, the Bengals 7 yards of offense in the second half, I think it was, or 7 passing yards, something of 7 yards in the second half against that they held the Bengals to and still lost. Rather insane. Rather insane they didn't pick that up. That's just, I think that goes to show the type of team that's going on there. Not very, in it, not very solid all around. They literally couldn't. Their defense held them to 7 yards in the second half, the Bengals, and their offense couldn't score points to win. I don't think the Browns are good. I do like the Ravens to cover this. It's just giving a team 11.5 points is a lot. We're in the NFL. Things happen. But what I do like here is the under. I think the Ravens score 30 points. I don't see the Browns scoring 2 touchdowns. That Ravens defense got absolutely flamed. I can't see them coming out here and doing the thing they did the Bills. Granted, the Browns offense is not the Bills, but they did make plenty of mistakes. They did, they gave up 41 points, 15 in through like 5 minutes. I mean, they did not do very well in formulating their defense. I think they come out here, Ravens, drop 30, 40 points on them, and the Browns, I don't even know if they score. I mean, I think this could definitely be like a 30-point game. The Browns get 10, 30 to 10, 31 to 10. I mean, however you want to play that. I am liking the under here on the Ravens-Browns game. I do want to check the team props. Yeah, see, 16.5. That's just so brutal. They get 30. I mean, what was that, 29-17? That gives them 46. And they're laying this game at 46. I mean, I don't know if the Browns get up into that area. I could definitely see, the Ravens dropping pretty around this number. I could definitely take the under here. It's just, again, I mean, it's still the NFL. You still don't know what this game's going to play out to. Now, this is an interesting one. Jaguars, Bengals. The Bengals, 7 yards of offense in the second half and somehow pulled out a win week 1, which they basically tried everything in their power not to win. And the Jaguars, just an interesting team. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, we were thinking he was going to be a great quarterback, came out and was slinging, making plays. And then the Jaguars, ever since his rookie year, just kind of plateaued, not really seeing much headway. They were not great last year. Coming in this season, they were not projected to be all that well. Their defense is not, the best team or the best, unit out there, the best team put together. This is a tough one. I mean, the plus 3.5. I think the Bengals do cover that, but again, the Bengals in the first 4 weeks of the season, you never know what you're getting. Pretty solid around. I mean, I could definitely see either way here. Kind of lean the under on the Bengals just because we don't know what we're seeing, but game lines, I think we might see an over on this game. I mean, the Bengals have the ability to drop 40 points by themselves. They have the pieces, they have the team. Could this be a high scoring 20s game or 24, 28? I mean, something like that. Certainly could. Do we just kind of take the Bengals points or Bengals and lay the points? Certainly do that. What does it look like at 2.5? That does juice them quite a bit. I was saying if that was like 128 or something, that might be the play. But yeah, that juices it quite a bit. At minus 310, I still like that. That's that touchdown field goal differential. I think I do take the Bengals points here. I'm not loving this game. The other option is the over, which they aren't projecting, but these two teams, I think we do see Bengals in the points here. We just move on. We don't think of it again. Rams Titans. This I think is a field goal game. I think the Rams come out, they do what the Rams do, and they handle business. That Titans team, they're still figuring things out. They got Cam Ward under center. They didn't give the ball to Tony Pollard a ton, which is weird. You'd think that would be like kind of your safety net here. Again, I'm trying to figure out what would be 6 points and not 7. I think you're looking at like two field goals, a touchdown against 4 touchdowns. No, that would not be it. Yeah. Or a touchdown, a field goal, which is 10. No, that's still it's a touchdown, 2 field goals to a touchdown, right? Or 2 field goals to a touchdown. Yeah. So it's just a 2 field goal difference. I think that's the only thing that gives you 6, unless obviously you miss a PAT, which is certainly potential. Do I think the Rams get down the field, score twice, only field goals, and then never add another differential score in there? No. No, I think the Rams are going to be scoring touchdowns or nothing. They got Puka Nakua, in that back there with Stafford. They got Keenan Allen there with Stafford. I mean, I do think bumping this. I like that minus 6.5, spread. I don't think Tennessee Titans are going to be a formidable opponent here for the Rams. I think we do bump this up an extra point and take that minus 6.5 to get that plus odds. Next, we got the Bears and the Lions. And it's a tough game to call here. The Lions looked terrible against the Packers. They did not put things together. They could not move the ball. They were losing the trenches, the battle in the trenches on defense and on offense. And the Bears, basically, he gave the game away to J.J. McCarthy. I don't know what happened there. They were up. They came out, first play of the game, they ran down the field, scored a touchdown. You were like, oh, okay, the Bears have figured things out. They got a pick 6. They had a little bit of cushion, kicked a field goal, and then decided to stop playing offense. I don't know what happened there. They're projected at 20 points. I mean, honestly, I think that's a good line for them. This Detroit team, if we're being honest, I could see them coming out here, reminding everybody they are a formidable team in the NFC. I think they come out here and they just put a statement on the Bears. I don't think the Bears are a good team. I think essentially rookie J.J. McCarthy picked them apart in the second half. I mean, it was his first NFL game. It was a little nervous in the first half. Second half, played pretty good football, came back, threw some touchdowns against the Bears defense. Jared Goff is not a rookie. All right. Jared Goff has Amon-Ra St. Brown. He has Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't work. He's got David Montgomery. I mean, he's got weapons. And I think they're able to drop a lot, make a statement on this team. And then their defense, one of the best in the league last year. I certainly think they go ahead. They make this game a statement game, 30-10. I mean, I could see, again, one of those kind of teams. And with that, what I like to do is on the unders. If I think only one team's really contributing to the points, I'm dropping the under. The Lions go 24, 27 points. No, I don't think the Bears are scoring 20. So if I think one team is going to be the main contributor to the points, I take the under. Now, this is an interesting one. Niners no Brock Purdy, no George Kittle. I don't even know who the receivers. I think Ayuk's hurt, so I don't even know who the receivers are right now. And then you got the Spencer Rattler led Saints, unanimously the worst team projected to be in football. And we only got 3 points to the Niners, with Christian McCaffrey still healthy and Mac Jones being the person that's coming in. Not, some backup we've never heard of, backup who hasn't seen the field in a couple years. I mean, Mac Jones has definitely, made plays. He's seen some resemblance of being good. So he definitely has the potential here to cover 3 points. It's just I cannot remember who their weapons are off the top of my head, and I don't know if Mac Jones had enough reps in the last 2 years being backups to come out here and be comfortable. Granted, I'm taking the Niners -3 because their defense is that good, and I think Mac Jones just you'll have Christian McCaffrey run quarterback if need be, because that's just what he does. But this will be a tough game. I don't hate the under. I mean, even at 40.5, I don't hate the under. But I think I am going to take, the Niners and lay the points. I think that's just the play here. We're not going to, dwell too much into it. The Niners are just the better team. And I mean, even with the injuries, the Niners are the better team. Now this, I'm gonna do a little upset alert. A little thinking, we see some regression, we see some backing down here. Do want to get to the game line. I could certainly see the over here. I mean, I think these are two lackluster defense teams with, you got Sam Darnold with the Seahawks and you got Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers. They're two people who know how to, score points. I can certainly see the over there. But I do like, 3 touchdowns against this Steelers defense that just let the Jets run all over them. Run all over them, pass all over them. I mean, they made Justin Fields look like a good quarterback, which I don't think anybody's ever said before once he got into the NFL. I like the over here. I mean, I think we're just juicing this line too much. These are two teams that just combined for over 60 points, and we're having this at an over of 40. I mean, I certainly think we see some regression, but obviously these guys' defenses aren't great. The Steelers defense gave up 30 points, and the Seahawks defense, I don't even remember who they played, but let me pull that up for you guys, and might as well grab the real time answers. So they were 13-17 loss to the Niners. So the defense gave up 17 points. So that's 40 between the two right there. They scored 34-13. That's over 40 right there. I mean, I just don't know if we're seeing that much regression where these teams aren't going to, 3 touchdowns apiece. So I do like the over here. I think Aaron Rodgers, like you said, he's fired up. Probably saw all the stuff about his former team, and he's probably, maybe comes out and makes a second statement and is like, no, I'm still Aaron Rodgers. This is a tough one. The Miami fire everybody Dolphins against the what is going on New England Patriots. I think I gotta go Patriots money line straight up here. I think I'm feeling Patriots money line straight up here. That Dolphins team, I don't know what they put on the field. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know if Mike McDaniel stays head coach after this week. They looked terrible week 1. I think 2 had 88 yards passing. You have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle against the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, you're not playing the Ravens. You're not playing the Chiefs. You're not playing the Eagles. The Indianapolis Colts, and you have 88 yards with probably a top 5 wide receiver and then probably a wide receiver 1 on most teams. How? How? Couldn't get the run game going. You got Devon Achane in the backfield, your top 5 running back in the league, and just pure off pure skill, and you can't have him run against the Colts. Like, I don't. The play calling was sus. Tua was taking sacks, throwing the ball, missing plays. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. And then New England, their big thing was their defense didn't look good, and that's kind of New England's thing, is they've been known for their defense. So I think they get that turned around. But I just don't know if this Dolphins team has enough time to fix everything. I mean, they couldn't run, they couldn't throw, they couldn't defend, they couldn't. I mean, that the whole thing was a disaster, and you only got 7 days, 6 days to fix it. I don't think that's happening. Give me the Patriots money line straight up. I mean, I feel way more comfortable backing them than I do the I don't know what's going on Dolphins. Now, this is an interesting one because the Panthers did not look good. And this is one of those instances where I say if one team is going to be the contributor, you're taking the under. Under 48, 44 points, under 44 and a half. Yeah, I think the Cardinals, they're not, a high power pressure offense. They're going to get 3 touchdowns and a field goal, 24 points, 27 points, 28 points. And this Panthers offense hasn't figured anything out. I do want to swing over to the team props, see what we're looking here. I don't mind the under. Like I said, I think 24 points is a pretty good line for the Cardinals. I don't mind the under on a team prop here. But I do just want to go under straight game because I don't know what the Panthers are gonna do. Maybe we get a 20-24 game and that's still hits us under, but I don't foresee that happening. So I'm gonna take the under 44 and a half. It's just a lot of points to give not stellar offenses. Granted, the Cardinals are better than the Panthers, but I could see this being a field goal game if it really comes down to it and a 17-14 game. For some reason the Cardinals just can't get things rolling. I could certainly see this being a field goal game, so I don't want to take the points there on that one, but I am taking under 44 and a half. Next, we got the Broncos and the Colts. This is an interesting one because of what the Colts did last week. 33 points or 32 points, some 30s points against the Dolphins. You had Danny Dimes out there looking like prime Tom Brady and just tearing up the Dolphins like he typically did 10 years ago. I just don't know how to take that game. I mean, are the Colts figured pieces out and are they good? Did they just get lucky? I don't know. I don't even know how to really break that game down because we look at what they did last year. Granted, they had Anthony Richardson, but they were not a team to really watch out for. These Broncos, I would have backed them all day here, and I probably still will, but they just didn't have me a lot of confidence in week 1. They squeaked out and they were, able to hang into the game there, but just not, we were thinking Bo Nix, coming into this would kind of take that huge step forward and just didn't really see that out of him. Team comparison, I'm taking the Broncos every day, all day, but let's see what those team props look like and see if I feel a little more comfortable on that end. Now, this is interesting. I could see the over on the Broncos here. Um, but I think I'm leaning just taking the points on the Broncos -2.5 against this Colts team that granted they made their defense look good, but I don't know if that's because the Dolphins didn't know what they were doing or the Colts defense really just had things clicking. I don't know how to read that Colts first game. I got to see another week out of them. They come out here and they, stomp on the Broncos. I think we got to start changing our opinion of them. But until we get, consistency out of that, I can't go off of the terribleness that we saw Miami put out and really give that credit to the Colts. We got the Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is an interesting one. Now, do I think fly Eagles fly? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I think the Chiefs just got stomped by the Chargers? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Do I think the Chiefs have no offensive weapons because Travis Kelce is 50 years old and Hollywood Brown is a wide receiver 3 on most teams? Yeah. 1.5 points to the defending Super Bowl champs. No. 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 I mean, this is one of those games. This is one of those games that you just lay a touchdown. I mean, I 1.5 points. I mean, what's the 2.5? We're at minus 103. I'll probably stay 105 just for fluke instances, but I think the Eagles come out here and stomp them. I mean, I don't think this is really going to be a competition. I think the Eagles have a way more complete team. I think the Eagles are going to be able to put things together. I do kind of like the over 23.5 here for the Eagles. But I don't know if I'm really going to pick that. Plus, at a minus 118, I think they just win by more than 2 points. I'm much more comfortable with that option. But yeah, I think this is a certain spread. Minus 1.5. Make it easy. Eagles came out. They took care of business opening day. You did what they expected to do. They looked complete game. Dallas showed, glimpses. They had chances. But at the end of the day, it was the Eagles that came out. They did what they needed to do. The Chiefs did. The Chiefs came out against the Chargers and didn't look great. I don't know if they were jet lagged. They couldn't get used to maybe the climate change or something. I don't know what was going on, but Chiefs did not look good. They lost their receiver in the first, 3 snaps of the game. Travis Kelce tried to step up, but he's just, getting old. His attention is not really on football. I don't know what's going on there. I think the Eagles are just a more complete team. They got Saquon, who's still going to run for 100 yards. You got Hurts, who's going to run for 50 yards. They didn't really throw all that much, and they still stomped, the Dallas Cowboys. I think, if need be, they could start throwing, and then you just kind of open this game up real big. So I like the Eagles and the points there. Lastly, Sunday night. I don't know why they didn't pick the Chiefs Eagles for Sunday night, but that's just me. Sunday night, we got the Falcons Vikings. This is an interesting because the Falcons actually looked decent. Penix with the Falcons puts things together, makes things happen, ends up, turning out a pretty good, team and a good outing. But for the Vikings here, you still have JJ McCarthy. He's still essentially a rookie. Granted, he picked things up, figured things out, but it took him some time. Was he struggling reading the defenses that he was looking at? And it took him a while to figure out what was happening. Does he need to take that time every game? Was he, was it just nerves and now he's okay? I mean, until we get some consistency out of him, I'm not somebody that I'm backing. Oh, okay. Seeing this, I like this over. What did the Falcons score last game? Let's take a look there. Let's see. It'll show me the first, and then it should show me what they had. So they had 20 points last game against the Bucs. But this is a Vikings defense that gave up 17 points to the Browns or the Bears, right? I guess 7 came from the offense, so not terrible, but it's still the Bears. You got Penix, you got, Drake London, Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson. I mean, I like this over on the Falcons here. What's 19.5? Oh, okay, that drops it substantially. I do like this over team total for the Falcons. If we don't want to rock with that, I do like the plus 3.5 for the Falcons. But I think our official pick, we are going to rock the over 20.5 for the Falcons. I think that's just kind of what we rock with here. And that is going to be all 13 of our picks. We're just going to run through this real quick. Again, we got the under 47.5 for Bills Jets. We got the Cowboys to lay the 6.5. We got the under 45.5 Browns and Ravens. We got the Cincinnati Bengals to cover the -3.5. Rams bump that up a little bit, cover -6.5. Bears Lions under 46.5. The Niners to cover the 3 points. The Seahawks and Steelers to go over 40.5. Patriots straight up on the money line. Panthers under 44.5 with the Cardinals. And we got the Broncos covering the -2.5. Eagles to cover their -1.5. And the team total for the Falcons over 20.5. It's all 13 picks. Let me know if you guys are tailing, and I'll see you tomorrow.